Hey everyone, let's talk about a pain in the butt, literally. If you've ever had that deep, nagging ache in your glute that just won't quit, maybe with some tingling or pain shooting down your leg, you might be dealing with something called piriformis syndrome. The good news is, you don't have to live with it. A lot of the common advice, like aggressive stretching, can actually make it worse. Today, I'm going to show you a different approach. We'll go over how to tell if this is what you're dealing with, and then walk through 3 simple exercises designed to fix the real problem so you can get lasting relief. Section 1. How to know if it's piriformis syndrome. So, how can you be sure it's your piriformis muscle causing all this trouble? Here are 5 classic clues. First, the pain itself. It's not on the surface. It's a deep ache right in the middle of your glute muscles. Second, that pain doesn't always stay put. It can send signals like pain, numbness, or that pins and needles feeling down the back of your leg. That's because the piriformis muscle sits directly on top of your sciatic nerve, and when it's irritated, the nerve gets irritated too. Third, think about when it hurts most. For many, prolonged sitting is a major trigger. If your pain gets worse after a long drive or a day at your desk, that's a big sign. It can also flare up during activities that work the glutes, like running or cycling. Fourth, there's the sore spot test. If you press firmly into the middle of your glute, you'll likely find a specific point that is very tender. That's you pressing on the irritated muscle. And fifth, this might sound strange, but it often hurts when you try to do the classic piriformis stretch. If pulling your knee toward your opposite shoulder makes the pain sharper, that's another strong indicator. It's also important to know the difference between this and sciatica coming from your lower back. With a back issue, you'll usually have pain in your actual lower back, and it will hurt with movements like bending over to pick something up or the simple act of standing up from a chair. Piriformis syndrome's pain is centered primarily in the buttock. Section 2. The real cause and why stretching can fail. So why does this happen? Here's the secret most people miss. The piriformis muscle usually becomes tight and painful because it's weak and overworked, not because it's too strong. Think of it as a small muscle trying to do the job of bigger, stronger muscles around it. When it can't keep up, it panics and tightens up. When you try to force that weak, tight muscle to stretch or you mash it with a foam roller, you're essentially squishing it against the sciatic nerve beneath it, and this can make the nerve even angrier and increase your pain. The solution isn't to stretch it into submission. The solution is to strengthen it intelligently so it can finally relax and do its job properly. That's exactly what these next 3 exercises are designed to do. Exercise 1. The seated resistance press. This first move gently wakes up the piriformis and the muscles around it, telling them it's safe to relax. Sit on a chair and cross the ankle of your painful side over your other knee. Now, here's the key. Place your hands on your knee and gently start to pull it toward your opposite shoulder. At the exact same time, use your leg and glute muscles to gently resist that pull. You're creating a gentle tug of war. You're not trying to win, you're just activating the muscle. You should feel a gentle work, not a sharp pain. Keep any discomfort below a 3 out of 10. Repeat this slow, controlled movement until you feel a light fatigue or warmth in your glute. Aim to do this 5 times a week. If sitting is too intense, you can do the same motion lying on your back. Exercise 2. The side-lying leg turn. Now let's strengthen the muscle while your leg is straight. Lie on your side with your painful hip facing up. Keep your top leg straight and in line with your body. Lift it just a few inches off the bottom leg. Now, rotate from your hip to turn your toes toward the ceiling. Hold for a couple of seconds, feeling that activation deep in your glute, then slowly lower and repeat. Again, listen to your body. If you feel any nerve pain down your legs, stop. Just go until you feel a light burn in the muscle. Try this 3 times a week. For an easier version, you can do this standing while holding onto a chair for balance. Exercise 3. The hip control sequence. The piriformis has a different job when your hip is bent, so we need to strengthen it in that position too. This move helps build control and stability. Stand next to a wall for balance. First, lift the knee of your painful side up in front of you, like you're marching. Next, keep your knee bent and move it out to the side. Now, the tricky part. Rotate your lower leg forward, then rotate it back. Finally, bring your knee back to the front and lower it down with control. Think of it as a slow, deliberate dance move. The goal is smooth motion. Repeat this sequence until you feel tired. If it's too challenging, don't lift your knee as high. Do this 3 times a week. You can also do this on all fours, which is easier on the hip flexors. And there you have it, 3 simple, effective exercises that target the root cause of piriformis syndrome, a weak muscle that needs support, not just stretching. Consistency is key here. By building strength in and around your piriformis, you're teaching it to calm down, which takes the pressure off your sciatic nerve. This is how you find real, long-term relief and get back to living without that constant nagging pain. Thanks for watching.